So first and foremost, I would like to say that this episode ain't as funny as the last one. As you remember from the last episode, Gene tries to kill Barry, but he is of course overtaken by the serial killer who almost decides to kill him. But after Gene gives an assurance that he won't say anything about the murder of his girlfriend, he decides to let him live and places him in the trunk, even giving him food. He now tries to find someone that will give him an acting part to kind of find a way to repay him for the evil deeds he has done against him. At the start, he has little luck, but eventually he finds someone who will give both him and Gene a part in a show after he tells a very moving story about how Gene gave him purpose when he was down at rock bottom. One funny scene in this part of the story is when Gene is chased down by a large handful of dogs as he tries to escape from Barry and get in touch with the police. Of course, as Barry is always one step ahead, he crashes into the taxi that Gene was supposed to take after he made a girl on the street order one. Barry is also, of course, at Gene's house, preventing him from reaching out to his son and calling the police. In his own psycho fashion, he also makes Gene say, "I love you, Barry." His psycho tendencies is also revealed earlier in the episode when he tells his girlfriend that he needs to cast Gene in a show, and when she says that she can't, she is held up against the wall and he yells at her. This is a powerful acting performance and kind of shows very much what kind of character that Barry is. As for his girlfriend Sally, she has her own struggles and again seems very stressed regarding her show, and her actors also seemed stressed after seeing her in the fight with Barry. They wanted to report the incident, but realizes that they can't do it because he doesn't work there. Again, you see how stressed Sally is as a character, and how she is the best female actor in the show, certainly the most enjoyable one. She manages to be a sort of like crazy stressed character, especially when things are moved forward, such as the release of her show. As for Hank, one of my favorite supporting characters in the show, he is at an amusement park with his crew, and thrown in her, we maybe have the most major incident in the show. The breakup between him and Cristobal. His Bolivian family and gang of mercenaries suddenly shows up at his house for an Airbnb and decides that they want to take out the Chechenian operation. Luckily for Hank and his guys, they are not there when the guys decides to take down the heroin plant. After that search, Cristobal shows up to Hank's house, telling him he gotta run, and effectively breaks up with him, which is understandable enough due to the arrival of these badass Bolivians. Hank says something like, "But we never run from anything," which shows clearly that he doesn't want to give up the relationship. We of course don't know how this will develop, but we all know that Hank is crazy enough to get himself killed, or that he will go into a full-scale war with these Bolivians. That is certainly an interesting development, and of course, as we have seen earlier in the other seasons, Hank is not the type to hide, as was very well seen in the monastery shooting. So what do you think about the second episode, guys? If you have seen it, you can absolutely give a comment on it.